Under most circumstances, I'd say this is a pretty simple 9-ball or combo, but being double hill, Sunshine State, this is his very first tour event with us. In the money to go on, everybody's holding up and watching them. It's a pretty critical game. So he makes this, he deserves it. He just got to buckle down and trust his stroke here, trust his alignment, trust his stroke, and let it go. The bad thing is you do miss it, chances are you're going to hang it up in the pocket. All right, he made it. All right, Wesley Davis goes on. Julio is off to the next one. So he's had 2 good finishes this year. He got a 5th place finish, and I think he just got a 7th and 8th place right there. So he's moving up. Anthony Meglino and Lee Heuwagen coming up next. I think Anthony's about a 761 Fargo, and I think Lee's right around 714.
Wesley and Raymond, table 10. Table 12, Lee and Anthony.
All right, final 6. We're off and running on the feature match. Anthony left the 1 ball inside the pocket for Lee. All right, so the 8 ball is not blocking any part of the pocket. It looks like Lee's going to have a pretty simple shot on this one. I mean, this is all about connecting the dots on this rack. Well, coming off of the 3 ball here, it's going to leave him on the wrong side of the 5. He's going to have to draw it back. Yeah, he's on the wrong side of the 5 ball here, so he's probably going to have to hit a nice firm stroke with a lot of inside English to get down for the 6. So he's going to hit on the bottom side of the side pocket and throw it down in that corner area like that. So he hit a good shot, put a nice stroke on it. He didn't overdo it. Sometimes you hit that shot, and if you overdo it and you don't get enough high on it, it hits off of the long rail and it kills its action. So you got to put the high. And then just trust your stroke. You got to go through on that with a nice solid stroke. He goes back and forth for the 7. Going to come straight across for the 8. And looks like Lee's going to go ahead and strike first, get on the board first. All right, 2 balls to go to get the first game down, race to 7. You guys like and share the stream. We're down to the final 6 at Brewlands North, tour stop number 9. All right, there we go. Lee's up. We're doing alternating breaks, so it looks like this one's going to be Lee's break. So he stole Anthony's break there. Anthony hung up the 1 ball, and Lee ran out, so I expect both of these guys just to pretty much run out every opportunity. We're playing on 8-foot Brunswick tables, so the pockets are pretty forgiving compared to if you play on diamonds a lot and then you play on these. The pockets are much more forgiving compared to a diamond. Raymond's up on the table next against Wesley Davis. It just took out young Julio Estevez. And I know the guys are keeping score up there on the top right, so if you see up there walking, I'm not sure if you can really see it on the screen, but they are keeping a manual score up on the top right of your screen. So everybody's been using a cut break and trying to take the one into the side over there. It's been working out pretty well, and it pushes the 9 down toward the bottom right corner. So we'll be seeing that a lot. That 9 always ends up right in that, or top right on the screen, top left on the screen. It needs a kick off of that 3 to get behind it. All right. So Lee's been coming around a lot within the past year. I'm not sure if he moved here from somewhere else, but he's hitting all the events now. I haven't seen him before this year, but he's been hitting all the events. I see him out of racks a lot. We play out of racks. And guys, don't forget we're going to be raffling off the merchandise here soon. We have a beautiful $300 Lucasi case. I think somebody was just on Facebook asking the other day if anybody has a Lucasi case. Well, we have one here for a raffle, and that goes to support the stream. Yeah, the raffle donations are coming in, and we couldn't be more appreciative of that. So keep them coming, and that helps us out as far as doing the commentating. And Bobby's been putting a lot of work into it. My man drove out to Best Buy yesterday to get a new mic for us. So that goes to show how much he's putting into it. He's pretty dedicated to the stream and try to give you guys a good product to watch. All right, Anthony. He's got the 2 ball in, and it's on the 3. All right, here we go with the key part. I'm curious to see what he's going to figure out on this one. I'm guessing he's probably going to take the 3, and then if he doesn't get good on the 4 ball for a nice cut, he's probably, if he's able to see it, he's just going to end up playing a safe on him. But well, that came up a lot steeper than he wanted to. He overrolled that by about a half a foot, or about even a foot. Doesn't even have much of a safety here. I was thinking if you come up and you're not comfortable with that shot, you could always play the 4 over body 8 and just lock the cue ball onto the 6. But that's pretty much out of the question here. So I think he's forced to go for the shot. It's a steep cut. He's gonna have to go back and forth, get on a 5 ball straight down by the 7, or come up on the other side and shoot in the same corner. So in that shot, guys, the reason why why that ball ended up spinning out is he tried to do a little bit too much, in my opinion. He wanted to come back down for the 5 and shoot it up into the same, down here in the same corner. So by putting that outside English on that, it threw the 4 ball out, and that's why the 4 ball came up. It was overcut. The only other option is if you just hit it dead center and go back across and take the 5 down. But you got to play speed control on that and worry about the 6 ball. So I mean, I understand why he did it, but that's the reason why the 4 ball got thrown out of the pocket. If you use the inside English on that particular shot, it'll hug the rail and do a more natural roll to the pocket. The outside will throw it out. That was a great shot. That was a great shot. Great speed control. The English was perfect. He came around around their 3 rails, 4 rails actually, absolutely perfect. So Lee's looking to go up 2-0 on Anthony, trying to finish this off. And he didn't get it done. He tried to cheat the pocket to get an angle on the 6 because he's a little more straight in. And he cheated a little bit too much. A little slower on the ball, and chances are it would have ended up, the pocket would have taken that. A diamond, you have absolutely zero chance of that ball falling. But sometimes you got to create an angle, and he tried to cheat the pocket a little bit, create the angle. Anthony's going to go ahead with a jump. Anthony's a good jumper. He uses a Q-Tech, I believe. He used to use a hand shoe. It looks like he moved on to a different one. I'm not quite sure what it is. I have to take a look. But I believe Anthony used to use a hand shoe. Yeah, that's a Propel. Actually, it's a Breach. All right, nice jump. All right, 6 balls down. We got three to go. And Anthony's going to get on the board, tied up 1-1. Good shot. Took away the distance, get close to the work for the money ball. And there, just like that, ties it up 1-1. Anthony Meglino. And it's going to be Anthony's break, alternating break, playing 9 on the spot. So he will get to follow that up. Lee stole his break, and Anthony turned around and stole Lee's break. So let's see if these guys can get back on track and run out their own breaks. All right, let's see how Anthony hits the cut break. He's going to be trying to hit that one into the side, and it comes up short. Good thing about that, about hitting that cut break, is the one will usually come down by the, I know I was watching him practice, and he's hitting that with a lot of low right on the cue ball into the break. Throws the one over by the side, and then the cue ball usually comes down right around where it's at, and if the one doesn't go into the side, it's going to hit off of that point at that angle. It's going to usually come down in the bottom right-hand corner. But this time it did. It went right into the corner. Surprised that 9 ball didn't roll over there, though. Normally on that break, everybody's been pushing the 9 towards that top left corner. Anthony's got a pretty unique stroke for those of you that have never seen him play. He'll, just like that, he pulls back, does a little stop, hesitation, but it's all about timing. His timing is absolutely perfect on it, on the release. So he's perfected that. And if anybody wants to try to go ahead and mimic that one, good luck, because my man has a lot of hours put into that one, a lot of years. He needs this ball to roll. He needs it to roll. He needs it to get on the bottom side. Perfect. Got a nice, perfect angle to get over for the 6 ball, too. So it looks like the 6 does go into that side. Let's go ahead and take a look at the other angle. Yeah, he's looking at it from this. Can't tell you guys for sure if it goes. It sure looks like it does. And it looks like he's not going to waste too much time, so I'm going to go ahead and guess that it does go in that top left corner where he's at. Good. Maybe it didn't go up there. All right. Well, that was the actual corner that I didn't go. So I'm at an angle and I'm sitting behind a speaker. So, but I tried to look up over without interrupting him. I didn't think it even went in that pocket, but it did, and he left himself a stop shot on the 8-ball to get out. So Anthony's going to go ahead and go up 2-1 on Lee. Let's see if Lee can answer back. They started out taking each other's break away from him, and then Anthony answered back and ran his own rack out. So let's see if Lee can keep pace and do his part. 2 tables over, we have Wesley Davis, who you guys were just watching with Julio Estevez. He's playing Raymond Linares. How do you say Ray's last name, Linares or Linares? I say it both ways. It's like, all right, I say Linares. All right, I say both, so I can't be wrong. I'm going to have to ask Ray how to pronounce his last name. It's pronounced late. Lee Heuwagen. Again, guys, we're going to be running that donation. Get your tickets in. We're running a flash sale. We're running a flash sale on the tickets. What are we doing, 10 for 20? How much for 20? Oh, what a deal. So you get how many for 10? I don't have the board in front of me. Janine's sitting next to me, so I'm asking her. Oh, yeah, that's a deal. So you get $5 for 1 ticket, 7 for 20, or 20 for 50. Get your tickets in. Get a beautiful looking black Lucasi case. There's got to be about 15 items. There's some earbuds here. So we switched up a little. Before we were doing some different cases. We had those Predator cases and whatnot, but I can promise you guys this one's much better. Much nicer, I should say. Looks wise. We've got some chalk, gloves, earbuds, all kind of good stuff. So, and most importantly, though, that donation will go to commentating. It'll go to the stream. So get that in and help us better this product. Looks like Anthony's at the table and got himself a shot on a 2. He's at a bad angle. What he could do is he could take the 2 off at a 9. That way the cue ball doesn't have to go too far. Yep, just like that. And he can leave it down in that area for the 3. You know, a lot of people, especially a lot of the newer players, I think they would have just went for the clear shot on a 2. The 2 was a very easy shot without the 9-ball, but the problem is getting the cue ball back down for the 3. You know, you gotta do a lot of work. The 4 ball's in the area, so by playing that off at a 2, if you take a little bit of a harder shot, playing the 2 off of the 9, I mean, you know, you're leaving a cue ball in that general area for the 3. Granted, the 9 rolled over, so he still has his work cut out for him as far as getting the 4 ball out of there. We're playing a safety here. Could just take the 3 and then come up and you know, play a carom off at a 4. Looks like he's just trying to go all out and get down there. See, now if he was up a little bit further, this sure does look nice. Yeah, the 5-year anniversary. So if he'd hit that a little easier, he'd have had a pretty makeable carom onto the 9-ball. I have a feeling he's still going to go for it right here. A little bit of a 2-way. He could bank the 4 back into the side and try to carom the 9-ball in. I believe that's what he's going to go ahead and try to do. Yeah, that's what he tried to do. So many different things on that one. You know, the 5 could go, or the 4 could go. could have potentially gotten him hooked up behind the 5-7 or the 9, but none of them went, and he scratched. So he's going to go ahead and leave Lee a beautiful opportunity to get out on this one and tie this score up at 2-2. So these are all pretty much natural positions for the next shot. Just put a wee little draw on the 6 ball, and then he's got the 7 right in the side with perfect position for the 8 and stop that, and for the 9. So he's about a 95-98% favorite to get out from here, unless something really, really goofy happens as far as like miscue or something like that. And I don't even want to put a jinx on him, but I see no reason on why he does not get out and tie the score up at 2-2. There's the 9 ball to tie it up. 2-2. Lee Heuwagen. It's going to be Anthony's break. Got some top-notch quality pool for you guys. We still have Mike DeLauder waiting. We still have Kyle Bova waiting. And then we have Ray Linares and Wesley Davis. Wesley has 0 for a Fargo. I think the remaining 5 players are all 700 and above. So we got the remaining. Tommy Kennedy, I believe, was the only other one over 700 that is not in it at this point. He had a tough draw. All right, so Anthony got a break, and he got a ball down and does not have a shot on the 1 ball. I'm not even sure if he can get enough spin on it to go 1 rail and put the 1 into the corner. Although that's what it looks like, unless he's just going to hit the edge of it and play his safety up in behind that 9 ball area. Well, he went full out, so he could see a little bit more of it than I thought he could. It was a great shot. See how he hit that ball, and he just took his medicine. He made the ball, number one and foremost. He made the ball, and then he just took his medicine. He didn't try to force it and bring the cue ball back up there for a perfect position on the 2. He left in a general area. He made the 1 and left in a general area. He has a long shot on the 2, but at this level, you're expected to make that shot every time. And he's getting right back into line. And that's what separates these top quality, top notch players from everybody else. They know when to just sit back, take their medicine, make the shot, and then they'll get themselves back in the line within the next 2 or 3. You don't have to get in line immediately on every shot. You just sit there, take your medicine, take your time, and eventually you make the right decisions, and you'll get right back in line. And now he's perfectly back in line. It's just so cool to watch these guys, watch the top quality players. If you've never been to a Sunshine State Tour, I would highly advise getting into it. It's money well spent. Oh, he does not want to get dead straight on that ball. He's going to have to put a heck of a stroke on it if he is dead straight on it. Doesn't look like he's going low, so he must have an angle. Oh, he had a pretty good angle. Yeah, he's fine. He does not want to scratch. He does not want to scratch. He does not want to get hooked. He's absolutely hooked. He is hooked on that corner. Ouch. So you see his body language, instead of sitting there and looking up and throwing your hands up and all that other good stuff, he just, he didn't even flinch. He didn't even flinch. He just accepted it and on to the shot. Great hit. Great hit. It's the best you can do at that point. Just worry about hitting the ball and hope for the best. Because I don't know a whole lot of guys that will sit back and practice that shot to perfect it. You practice it just enough to know that you can do it and learn the angle. That was just an unfortunate roll for Anthony. So I've noticed whenever Lee shoots, he twists his hand. Oh my goodness. He does have an edge on it. He is going to be able to cut it. The only thing he has to worry about is 2 different pockets for a scratch. He avoided it. Good shot. All right, Lee goes up 3-2. So I noticed on Lee's stroke whenever he hits a certain stroke, especially like a draw, whenever he has to put some spin on it, he twists his hand a little more than most people that I've ever seen. Something to keep an eye out. I like to watch these guys stroke, and I like to see the different things in their mechanics. You can always learn from each player. My absolute favorite to watch is Kyle Bova. Whenever Kyle is stroking, whenever he is free stroking, he is just so smooth. It's just so natural. He just gets down and just runs a rack out within a minute. It's just amazing, and it's like artistry. I love watching Kyle Bova shoot pool, and he will be coming up next, I believe. That will be the hot seat match. Kyle against the Lauder. Lee is up 3-2 and breaking. Race to 7, 9-ball on the spot. It was a good break. He's got quite a few balls down. He needs he has a shot on a 2-ball. Looks like the 2 goes in all 6 pockets. The 4-ball is the key ball here, so he's going to have to give himself a nice angle on the 3 to get to the 4 or to break it out. See what he has in mind here to get this out. So he hit that pretty much perfectly, I think, to get to the 4. He may have left himself a little too much of an angle to go past the 4, but should be able to cut the angle down and get into it. So he's hitting a lot of inside, yeah. So he got he rolled a hair too far on that 3-ball position. So what he tried to do is you overcut that with some inside English and that. So he tried to overcut it with a little bit of inside English and that and catch the edge of the 4 instead of just going naturally into it. The natural line took him right past it. So he tried to manipulate the angle and he got a little unfortunate roll on that by scratching. So Anthony is happy to take the ball in hand and get up and do his work here. He's talking to himself, but it looks like he has a nice angle to get up there. I don't think he's straight in, but he's talking to himself and shaking his head. So it looks like he has a pretty nice angle just to slide it right up. Oh, wow, then he was straight in. Yeah, he was straight in. He did get an unfortunate position on that 7-ball. I would expect he's going to hit this shot and go 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 rails for the 9-ball. And the only reason I'm saying that many rails instead of going straight down is because of speed control. I think it's a little bit easier. and that's why he's playing. These tables have been playing super fast, and that's what we were just talking about behind us. Lee actually come over and was saying about how fast they're playing. I'm surprised at that he was able to control that without over-rolling it and getting an angle. I'm actually very surprised on that one. Lee literally walked right over to us, and we've been talking all weekend about how fast these tables are rolling. They just take off. So I was completely expecting that ball to jump off the rail. Even trying to slow roll the 8 in, I still thought that he was going to get too steep on the 9 ball, but he hit it absolutely perfect. Okay, he's got a ball down. Looks like he has a great shot on the 1 ball. And let's go ahead and take a side view here and see what he has on the 2 ball. I cannot see. So looks like the 2 ball will go into the top 2 corners. It's just his choice on how he wants to get it. I kind of like going in the top left corner. That way, all you have to do is stop the ball for the 3. If you go into the other corner, you have to take a risk of the 8 ball getting there. It's going to be a little dicey. What a nice controlled stroke to get that back there. That was a very delicate shot to get on that 3 ball with the 8 covering half of it, and then you have to worry about the 4 ball, but Anthony hit that beautifully. Wow, that was a pretty brave shot. That was a pretty brave shot. He split the 9-6 and ended up sitting up there like a rose on that 4 ball. I wish I'd have hit a replay on that one, but that was a good shot. So you guys see that how he stops on that. It's almost like he doesn't want to pull the trigger, but his timing's impeccable. It's absolutely perfect to get in that release. That is something that you cannot duplicate. Okay, this is the tied up or to go one game ahead, 4-3 for Anthony. Yeah, it's about to go 1 game up, 4-3. There we go. 4-3. Yeah, 4-3. So again, guys, there's a manual score sheet up there on the top right of the screen. The players are keeping their score. I'm trying to do my best to update it here, but we have people come up and asking questions and buying donation tickets, and I'm trying to rip off those tickets as well. So I'm doing a few different things, and we do have that stream. The stream donation is going to be going off here shortly. We raffled off a Predator Q yesterday. Today we have a case, a set of balls, chalk, gloves, earbuds. We have all kind of good stuff going off today, so you don't want to miss that. We're going to be getting that 1 or 2 more matches to go, and then we're going to be sending that out to its likely new winner. So be about 15 different prizes, so you have pretty good odds. Anybody that's already sent in donations, we greatly appreciate that. A lot of you guys are repeat donators, so that doesn't go unnoticed. We appreciate every single one of you. All right, Lee with an attempt at a safety. Let's see if he got there. I think I'm trying to see by Anthony's reaction if he's got a shot or if he's going to have to go aerial. All right, nice shot, nice, smooth, steady. He did not move at all with his head, his shoulders, everything. He just got down there nice and steady, great stance, and made his shot and took his medicine. And just like a couple games ago where I was saying he'll slowly get right back in the line and finish out this rack. So there's a little bit of work to do. He's going to have to go back and across and probably come somewhere right around where that 6 ball's at. He's going to have to use a touch of inside English, go across the rail and back, and probably going to run into the 6. Okay, he ran into the 9. He's got 3 balls to go. Get up 5-3 on Lee Heuwagen. Yeah, that had a funny little sound coming off his tip. I saw him look down whenever he's chalking. That had a funny little sound. Almost had a little bit of like a miscue sound, but not quite sure.
3 rail.
Bobby's saying 3 rail on this one. I like just going straight across by that first dime, a little bit of inside English. 1, 2, 3. He let the stroke out.
Too difficult to slow on that.
Yeah, and that's why he's playing and I'm not. 5-3. What's that?
Even if you get to the 4, you might make that angle.
Yeah, over there. Okay, race to 7. Why do I feel like I just drank somebody else's drink? Shit. Shoot. I just drank somebody else's Diet Coke.
Oh, that's mine. Is this yours right here?
Yeah.
The sport one? Who's that you don't belong to?
Can't tell if that's mine either. Okay. Anthony's trying to get himself onto the hill first. He got himself in line perfectly to get this 4 ball. The really the only way to get from the 4 to the 5 is he has to be on that rail over there, like nice and snug with the rail, and he's going to have to hit that with a lot of low right, and he's going to have to spin it 1, 2, 3 rails perfectly. If he comes off of that with any kind of an angle, there's no chance of, if he's not on that rail, there's no chance of getting around that 9 ball unless he goes rail first. And it's just so hard to control it that way. Okay. It's pretty much the money ball right here for the most part. He makes this one, and he's going to go on to the hill first. And being alternating breaks, it's going to be very, very, very difficult, if not borderline impossible, I think, for Lee to come back. It does help him being alternating, or I think in this case he would prefer winner break because you don't want Anthony to have to get up there and break and give him any chance. Lee's fighting for his life, trying to stay alive. He's got the 6 ball down. And no shot on the 1 ball. Maybe it just rolled out right at the end. So he does have a shot on the 1 ball. All right. No, he's still alive. He's fighting. Nice confident stroke. Stayed still, kept his head down, went right through it. Those are some of the hardest shots in pool. Another good stroke. Now's where it gets to be a little tricky for him. He may be able to draw that past the 5 off of that side right around where he's pointing at. He should be able to get past the 5. He's got to hit that very low. Wow, he just got past the 5, unfortunately. I ran into the 8. I was a little worried about that one. He hit so much low on that one. Normally you would hit that with a little more low right, so that way whenever it hits the rail, it spins down towards the middle of the table, towards the 4. But he had to put so much low on that one to avoid the 5, and it went into the 8. So that's the reason why he hit the 8 ball on that. I expect Anthony to go full jumper here. Or he could go for a kick. He's got a chance at jumping it for a 4-9 combo, or he could jump it and play a safe. I know the 4-9 would be the easy way out. That could also be the easy way to get yourself in trouble is if you end up rattling that ball. So probably looking at about a safe here. I thought he might elect to take the 4 off of the rail and then put it down on the top rail by the 7 ball area and just leaving the cue stopped right around that where that 5 is, but looks like he did try to go for that 4-9. Uh-oh. Okay, he made a nice kick. So Raymond is playing Wesley Davis over there on the 2 tables over, and Raymond is up 5-1 right now on Wesley. Anthony with a beautiful kick. What a great kick shot. So Anthony plays a lot of 1 pocket, so he's got these angles and lines and diamond system down. That's where that game comes in handy. Another good shot. All right, Anthony's looking to put it away. He's 3 games away from moving on to the final 4, I believe. He's got a stop shot and on to the 9. Here we go. Anthony's going to make this and move on to the next round to face the winner of Wesley Davis and Ray Linares. By the looks of it, Ray's up 5-1 right now.